Rita, Justin, congratulations. You guys have made it to the final round of this competition. Now it's time to send you back to your home forges to recreate an iconic weapon from history. And that weapon is the Sotogarame.
Holy jeez. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3. Today we are pre-testing the Sotogarame. I've tested long-shafted weapons before, but nothing with this many spikes. This weapon has spikes everywhere. It's got spikes on the shaft all around, facing outward. It's got hooks with points and spikes facing at you. This weapon is spectacular. I'm so excited to use this Sotogarame.
One of the most intimidating and versatile Japanese pole weapons, the Sotogarame was part of the key arsenal for samurai police during the 17th century. Featuring lethal spikes and hooks, police were able to capture violent offenders from a distance by using the weapon to latch onto the suspects, stopping them in their tracks. Although primarily used in defense, the sharp spikes along with the spiked butt cap made it a menacing and brutal weapon when in combat. Today, the Sotogarame's devastating use can be seen in the HBO television series Westworld.
It's got spikes everywhere because it's supposed to be a sleeve catcher. Something that when you wield it and hit something, it's supposed to catch in something, you bring it down, and you spike him with it.
Action done.
That is why we have these pre-tests, so that we find out how to best bring out the effectiveness of this weapon according to its design. So we use ballistics dummies because it gives us the anatomy of the human body. Feel of boom, oh, that penetrates deep into the gut. I gotta survive that. When you're cutting into the skin, oh, that's just not a cut. That actually crushed the bones and into the heart. So it's a very visual thing to find out what kind of lethal damage that weapon can really do to the human body. My hand placement is important because there are spikes in areas that if I put my hand there to make it lighter, to be able to maneuver it, I'm gonna get spiked. How do you use this thing? And obviously, any way you want. Have fun. It's yours. Sleep. All right.
Looks like it's gonna be fun to make.
Good luck, bladesmiths. We'll see you in 4 days.
My name's Rita Thurman. I just turned 50 years old. I'm a scout leader, and it's important for me to be here and be an example for my scouts and for my daughter because I want them to try things, even if it's hard. I have never made anything like this before. I am going to start with my entangler. Super awesome. It's time for me to quench. Woo-hoo! My quench went well. The head of the Sotogarame looks pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good after getting to spend this time on the weapon. I'm excited to see that I could do it. And I'm excited for my daughter and my scouts to see, too. I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do. I have time to do one more thing. Stab. Attack a pumpkin. Yoink.
Oh, no!
Ah! Oh, I gotta fix this. I spent a lot of time on this weapon, and I've broken this thing. So I'm just gonna run back and put whatever kind of crappy weld I can get on it. If this doesn't work, I'm screwed.
My name is Justin Harrington. I'm from Clemens, North Carolina. I've had one eye since I was 12 years old, and I've had a lot of people tell me what I can and can't do in my life, and I just never taken their advice. I came on Forged in Fire to show other people with physical limitations that they're not limitations. They can be strengths. So we're gonna do a 15 and 20. We'll clean that first, and then we'll move on to our 1084 and clean that up. The next process is gonna be just welding these bad boys together and getting the billet together. Cut the billet into 4 pieces. I'm gonna forge these out into the 4 spikes in the front of the Sotogarame. It's time to quench. Go ahead and harden just the blades, leave the rest soft so that when they smack it into whatever they're gonna smack it in, hopefully it won't break. Little Mongolian horsehair. That is a blood guard. Putting the head in, and it seems like it wanted to split on me. So we're gonna throw a little bit of epoxy and leather around this thing and call it what it is. If something goes wrong with my weapon, it's gonna be that I wasn't able to pin the head. Just didn't have the time to do it. Hopefully it stays together. Sotogurami build is done. She might not be pretty, but she will kill.
All right, bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. To find out what kind of lethal damage your Sotogurami will do, I will take your weapons and stab and try to snag this ballistics dummy. Rita, you're up first. You ready for this?
Hi.
All right, let's do this. All right, Rita, let's talk about your Sotogurami. The tines you have here penetrates. The hook you have here will rip this person apart. And more importantly, your weapon will kill. All right, Justin, your turn. You ready to have fun?
Yes, sir.
All right, Justin. The tines you have here, it's more of a stabbing tine rather than a grabbing. This is a grabbing weapon, but that hook does grab onto that. Overall, sir, your weapon will kill.
All right, bladesmiths, it's time for the strength test, the dreaded ice block chop. Remember, this is not about what these weapons do to the ice blocks, about what those ice blocks do to your weapons. And Rita, you're up first.
You get points for theme, I mean.
You ready? It doesn't matter, right?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
All right, Rita, got a little bit more of a bend in this one tine here, but everything else is pretty much the way it was going in. Definitely held up, did its job. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Justin, your turn. You ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, so you survived the strength test. This is a very strong, well-built head for this, but it's built more like a spear than it is for catching. I mean, I'm not sure how effective it would be at snagging the opponent, but it's a devastator. It certainly did the job. Good job.
All right, bladesmiths, welcome to the sharpness test, the Sandman pierce and capture. To test the sharpness, I will take your weapon, pierce, and try to control this Sandman. Rita, you're up first. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, Rita, the points you have on your tines here definitely penetrate when you thrust into that, but it doesn't slice on the way out or capture as well as it should. Your hook over here did its job. Overall, it will cut and control. All right, Justin, your turn. So you ready?
Yes, I am. Oh, that's not good.
He pulled it out of the socket. Well, Justin, we have a problem.
Yes, sir.
This wasn't pinned, was it?
No.
The impact from all these tests loosened it up. And of course, it came off.
Justin, you brought in a beautifully crafted weapon. However, you've suffered a catastrophic failure in our final test. And unfortunately, you cannot be our Forged in Fire champion.
Congratulations, Rita. Thank you. Awesome. Coming on Forged in Fire, I put my all into it, and I feel like I made a good weapon, but just came up short on a little bit of the fit and finish, and other than that, I'm happy with it.
Rita, congratulations. You are the Forged in Fire champion, and that is the title that comes with a check for $10,000. Congratulations. How do you feel right now? Come on forward and shake our hands. Good job.
It's been a very positive and uplifting experience to be able to do something amazing like this.
Thank you, you guys. Oh, my God.